Well, either somebody fucking hit this tree with a car, which is probably what happened quite a while ago, or you know, when they bladed the ground here too, they run a blade here. He could have pushed it over too. Not recently, a long time ago, obviously, but trees don't grow sideways, gentlemen. Anyways, the sun's coming up. We can probably shut that fireplace off. Not too bad. Good trip. It'll be the last trip to Utah until next, outdoor trip anyway. You know what I'm saying? You might go to Torrey and you know, stay in a hotel or something if you wanted to. But your last outdoor trip until next, I would say next June, maybe May, end of May, at the earliest for sure. The end of May or mid-May is just like this, just as cold as this here. So end of May is just as cold as this. Mid-May, there's probably snow on the ground. Certainly is at Navajo. We went to Navajo about 3 weeks into May, and there was still snow up there. Couldn't ride the mountain bike on the trails. Good girl, good girl. That's Sixie girl. Gagey, Bucky. Now, these dogs, these temperatures are nothing for these dogs, okay? I almost felt guilty of leaving them sleep outside when it was 21 degrees. I don't think I'll do that again. When it gets that cold, they can handle it. They're fine. Their fur coat is amazing. But when it gets that cold, I'm gonna have them come in the car. So fuck it. At night. Now, the car's no bargain either, because it's if you don't run the heaters, it's probably 4 or 5 degrees warmer in there, if that. But this morning, as with every morning, I do put the heaters on in the car when I woke up. So, you know, especially last night when it was 21, 22 degrees. But I will say, you run those heaters for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you'll use 2 or 3% of your energy. So that's what I did. I used about 3% of my energy yesterday running the heaters in the morning. I probably ran it for like maybe 40 minutes, if that. So there's the drawback to it. If you need it, I didn't need it. I mean, you might as well be comfortable, just run the heaters. I got plenty of charge. So, you know, I don't know what the stats are, but I know I used about 60% to get from 17 miles south of Torrey to Bryce Canyon City. 60%. So when you first leave, it's all, well, when you first leave, you have to go uphill for about 7 miles, and you use 7%. It's like, holy shit, we're gonna be in trouble. But then it's all downhill for like 20 miles. So you actually don't, you gain a percentage point, I think. And so in 27 miles, you use maybe 6% because you're going downhill. Either way, we used about 60%. My projections were, I'm always a little low on them because I want to make sure that I have enough. So I figured we'd have 15-20% by the time we got back, but we had 23%. I had 23% when I got here. So anyways, I've left here before and got to the pass, and it took me 35%. The Navajo Pass, where you start dropping down into Cedar City. But I only had 2 bikes with me that time, not the third one. So I would dare to say I'll probably use 5% more when I take this trip. You know, when I go from here to the Navajo Lake, just over the summit. When I drop into Cedar City, I gain about 5%. So I can be dead flat zero and still have enough to make it to the charge station. All right, man, I'm gonna let you go.